Morning, I'm Steven Sprinkle. This is MorningBit. Let's get to it. Top 3 things I think are important today for Bitcoin. The first of which is a huge story coming out of the UK in that a user is reporting that Sky Broadband is officially blocking certain Bitcoin related sites to protect against illegal activity. Now, why this is really interesting is because their justification doesn't necessarily match the sites that they're blocking. The specific site that the user referenced was Slush's Pool, which is a popular pooled mining group. And it's not necessarily a surprise based on the precedent from the UK in blocking certain types of sites, but it's really interesting in kind of the indiscriminate nature of what they are blocking, and they're not necessarily looking into the nuances of why necessarily they're blocking those sites. Now, the US is taking a different tack, not necessarily blocking sites, but pushing down on regulation for the companies that are actually operating in the space. And FinCen actually released letters to a number of Bitcoin companies, and I'll link to those that list of companies below, because it's interesting to see how FinCen is starting to classify these companies. And I'm looking specifically at the business models and trying to understand what they are identifying in there that's making them classify them as such. So it's really interesting. Second thing that I think is really important today is that a potential Litecoin ASIC miner is coming out in the next few weeks, and specifically it's called the Fibonacci S-Crypt ASIC Litecoin miner. And why this is really important is because thus far, Litecoin's been in pretty much the same domain as Bitcoin was back a few years ago, in that people are using CPUs and GPUs, and I don't believe FPGAs, but possibly for Litecoin mining. But bringing in an ASIC will substantially change the industry in a similar way that it changed the Bitcoin mining industry. So this is really cool developments. I'll actually link to the discussion below where the owners of the company talk about the product and give updates on the actual status of the development of the product. And then the third thing that I think is really awesome today is a user who, from the local Bitcoins community, is doing a motorcycle trip from the top of Africa down to the bottom of Africa. And in each country that he goes through, he's looking to find individuals who are willing to exchange Bitcoin for their local fiat. And this is really cool. If you want to get involved, check it out. The hashtag is Bitcoin Africa, and he'll work on connecting up with you if he needs someone in that specific country, and then you can do an exchange and be part of history. So I hope everybody's having a great day. I am actually going to be out for the Christmas holiday here in America until the 30th of this month. So I'll be out. I won't be producing videos in between that span, but I do have some work I'm going to be doing on the channel in the meantime. So if you are a company or a project, have some logos, want to send me a description, I'll put you on the wall and I'll talk about you in the videos. I hope everybody has a great next week, and I will see everybody on the 30th.